Oh my God, we are going back to Disneyland Paris in 5.5 weeks. And we've got 3 more trips planned. Yay! Hey everyone, welcome to Family Magic UK. So I am in Jacob's room. I thought a bit of change of scenery. And he's got so many nice Disney bits. So yeah, which I'll show you all after I tell you our news. So yes, we are going back to Disneyland Paris in 5.5 weeks. I've just checked on the calendar and honestly, it's just over it's like 5 weeks and 3 days or 5 weeks and 4 days. I can't wait. I can't believe it's come so fast as well. So this is going to be the first time we've ever gone at the height of summer, which is probably my most nerve-wracking thing because I don't do well in the heat. Like a lot of people, I, swell up a bit. It's really uncomfortable. And, I really struggle with outfits as well, especially to a place like Disney, because you want to stay cool and you want a nice outfit, but at the same time, you don't want to chafe and you don't want to be too sweaty. And, if it rains randomly as well, but anyway, I will do a video in the, just before with all the outfits I do decide on taking, and the boys as well, because I have started getting bits, which has been fun because I've never really had to get those kind of bits for any of our trips before. It's always been like wintry autumn bits, jumpers, jeans or joggers, but this time I can get t-shirts and shorts, and I've already decided on what bag and ears I'm going to take as well, which I will show you nearer the time. So our trip. So we're going for 5 days, but we're only going to be 4 days in the park. This is because we're not staying on site. So we're actually going to stay just outside of the park area. I think the town is Marnevie or Marne, or I can't remember, but it's literally like a mile away. It's not far, but it's too far to walk. So it's an apartment. It's not a hotel. Because we like to cook and we feel that with the time of year that we're going, with it being the height of the summer, because it's, middle end of July, we don't know how the boys are going to be, and the food at the parks, it's hot dogs, burgers, and if it's too hot as well, sometimes you might not want to be in the mood of that sort of hot food. So with the apartment, we were thinking, we could do a bit more like either barbecue type food, make our own sandwiches, have, because it'll have a kitchenette. Well, no, it's not a kitchenette, it's a proper kitchen. We'll have a fridge, so we can have cereal, we can do eggs, we can do toast and, and all that. So, because we don't want to have to necessarily take food because it'll be hot. So want to have bits in the apartment, so that we can get a really good breakfast. Our plan is like to do the parks morning, then maybe go back to the apartment during peak heatness and then go back out in the evening, because the park's going to be open until 11 o'clock at night. So, and it means that when we eat in the evening, when we're in the park, it'll, you know, hopefully be a little bit cooler and we'll be able to sit outside and blah, blah, blah. So yeah. So my mum is going to be with us on this trip. She is so excited. I mean, she wants to come on every trip now. And she's like addicted. And, you know, she just loves seeing how much the boys enjoy it. And she loves it herself. So yeah, so we were planning on getting her an annual pass because of how much she wanted to come with us. And we thought it would be better value for her to get an annual pass. However, because they're not allowing you to purchase annual passes right now, she can't do that. So we're going to just get her a 4-day ticket off of, you know, online. Because we're staying off site, we can only reserve 3 days in the park. So we thought, well, so that mum doesn't risk being in the park on her own, we'll just stick with 4 days, because we should hopefully, you know, as soon as we've entered the park on our first day, we can reserve that 4th day. And, you know, fingers crossed we can. But if for any reason, you know, that it doesn't happen, it's just 1 day, you know, where my mum can decide whether or not to go in on her own, because she's more than welcome to go in the park by herself. But I doubt that will happen. I'm pretty confident that we'll get in. It's so rare that people don't get in. So, and the week that we're planning on going is, you know, before the rest of the UK goes on holiday, because our school holidays are always a week earlier than the rest of England. So that will hopefully help. And so yeah, so we'll be in France for 5 days, but we'll be at Disney for 4. So our first day, we're just going to take our time traveling, because my mum's going to be in the car. So, you know, we want it to be as comfortable for her as possible. You know, we'll stop and get something to eat. And then we'll get the keys to the apartment. We'll get some food to put in the apartment. And then we might have a little explore of the little town that the apartment's in. Or we might venture to Disney Village. You know, we'll see how we go, how we feel. And then, yeah, the rest of the trip will be at Disney. I'm really excited about this trip. There's a couple of things that we're going to experience for the first time, which I know you probably think is mad, because we were only there, you know, 8-9 weeks ago. But yes, so there's going to be a new show at Walt Disney Studios, We Belong Together, which is a Pixar show. And we've not seen the Dreams fireworks show, because that changed in April. We saw Illuminations. So, and we've never seen Dreams. So I'm so excited for that. I've avoided all videos because I just want to see it and experience it for the first time. And oh yeah, It's a Small World is now open, which we've not been on since 2019. So yeah, so there'll be that. And, you know, the food carts, I think, are going to be out again in the Ratatouille bit. And we're itching to try those snacks. So yeah, so there's a few new things that we'll experience. Yeah, we'll be in the park longer because, you know, it's open longer. It should be open until 11, I think. Maybe later, I don't know. I think it is 11 in July and August. I don't think it's any later than that. So yeah, so no, I'm super excited. I'm a bit nervous about the weather, you know, because of the heat. I don't know how the boys are going to be, but we'll be prepared. I'm going to get fans. We'll have plenty of water. We'll have hats, sun cream. I've already bought our sun cream. And I think it'll just be trainers that we'll wear. I don't think I'm going to bother with sandals because the boys don't usually wear anything like that. And I don't want sore feet. So we'll just stay safe and just, you know, stick with trainers. Yes, our feet might be sweaty, but I'll make sure we've got plenty of socks So yeah, so that is our next trip. And yeah, I'm also looking forward to staying at this apartment as well. It looks really nice. We just did it through booking.com. It had really good reviews. So yeah, so something different. And, you know, for us being annual pass holders, you know, the benefit of having an annual pass is you don't have to stay on site. And, you know, we can explore outside of, you know, the Disney area. And it works out, you know, even cheaper as well, which means that we can go more. So yeah, so no, really looking forward to that. Now, our second trip, which was kind of like, well, you wouldn't say last minute because it's September, but it was a spur decision. It's just me and Ben, no children, no grandma. It's our 10-year wedding anniversary in August, and we hadn't really sorted anything out. And then when this idea came up for the trip in September, we thought, well, this could be, you know, for us to be together, just the two of us, and to celebrate an anniversary and be in Disney. So the reason we're going in September, it's the 28th, the 29th, the 29th, the 30th, and the 1st of October. So we're there for 3 days and 2 nights. Now, if you're Disneyland Paris park fans, you will know why we've picked those dates. And hopefully we'll see you there. And for those of you who don't know why those dates are important, it's because the 30th of September is the last day that the park will be celebrating the 30th anniversary. The last day of Dream and Shine Brighter, the best parade ever. So I'd already gotten wind that other content creators were going to make the journey and be there for that final weekend. And I spoke to Ben and we were like, why not? You know, we've not done something just the two of us like that in ages. And it's our wedding anniversary, you know, 10 years. Why not? Let's go for it. So we've booked the grandparents in for the weekend. Everything's booked. So we're staying at Santa Fe and we're traveling via Eurostar because it should be easier without the boys. Because if you've seen our previous videos, so our Christmas trip, then you'll know it was very stressful. If you've not seen it, you know, go on, check out our previous videos. You'll find it in the Christmas playlist. Yeah, we took the boys on the Eurostar and it wasn't as easy as we thought it would be. But it's just 2 adults and we've planned it very well. We're actually going to be in London the night before. So we're not going to be doing the whole journey in one day. So yeah, I'm really, really looking forward to this one. You know, don't get me wrong. Being in Disney with my boys is, you know, oh, like it's melt your heart. It's like, it's one of those, you know, experiences that, you know, is fab. And, you know, I wouldn't change it. And I love going with the boys. I'm so glad that they enjoy it. And, you know, as a mum, you know, it pulls at the heartstrings. It really does. And because I love it as well and seeing that they like it as much as me, it's something that, you know, we can do together as a family. But at the same time, it's nice to experience something just, you know, mummy and daddy. And you know, I took Ben, you know, when Jacob was a baby, like not even a year old. And he fell in love with the park. You know, 7 years ago when I took him, but we were only there for one day because we did Paris as well. So this is going to be nice, you know, for just the two of us. And, you know, at the same time, I'm very aware that this weekend is going to be really, really busy. Which is why we booked on site, because I didn't want to take the risk of not being able to reserve the day, because I think out of this whole year, the 30th is probably going to be, you know, no entry. I think the reservations are going to be maxed out. I think the park tickets are going to be maxed out. There's going to be those red signs everywhere saying, you know, you can't buy tickets at the door. I think it's going to be really, really busy, and I don't want to be stressed worrying about the boys, you know, if they're, you know, if it's too overwhelming for them being around all that people, too loud. So I get, you know, that's why as well. I wouldn't, if we couldn't go just me and Ben, then I would have just watched other people's videos from home. I would not have attempted to, you know, go with the boys. But luckily, Nana and Papi are having them, and me and Ben are going, and it's all booked, and I'm so excited. Trip number 3 is October. Now, yes, me and Ben are going to be there on the 1st of October, and again, I can't wait to see leaving the park after celebrating the final day of the 30th anniversary, and then going in the following morning and seeing All Halloween. Oh, I mean, I've seen the documentary of how they do it. I've read articles, I've seen photographs, I've watched the YouTube videos, but experiencing it, how, you know, it's going to be so magical, you know, waking up and going into the park the next day and it all be pumpkins and autumn leaves and cocoa and, oh yeah, I can't wait. And then 16 days later, we're going back. So yeah, and it'll be with Grandma again. So we are planning on doing 5 days in the park. We're staying on site again because my mum hasn't experienced Halloween at Disneyland Paris. Excuse me, sorry, Chinos. Yeah, she's not experienced the Halloween at Disneyland Paris, whereas we have. And I didn't want to do the whole worrying about reservation thing, and you know, so we just thought, right, let's just go to Santa Fe again. So what we're doing is, our plan is to travel on this Sunday, and we're just going to stay at a cheapy hotel outside of Disney, take our time traveling, get something to eat in the village, and then Monday to Friday we'll be staying at Santa Fe. So that, which means we'll get in the park no problem. And the Monday is also an important day. It's October the 16th. Now again, Disney fans, you will know why this date is important. And for those of you who don't, Disneyland Paris is celebrating 100 years of Disney on the 16th of October. I have no idea what they're going to be doing. It's just for the one day. I think it's the official date of when the company was launched. So I think something's going to be happening all over in all the parks that day. But this is the day that Disneyland Paris is going to be putting on specific things to do with this celebration. Whereas California and Florida are already doing things. You know, they have special statues, they have special decorations, you know, they've got all sorts, and you know, photo ops, and they've already got Mickey and Minnie and like the special outfits and whatnot. Whereas because Disneyland Paris extended the celebrations of the 30th anniversary, they've not done that yet. So whether they have something from the 16th to celebrate 100 years, I don't know. All they've said is that on the 16th of October, the park is specifically celebrating the 100th anniversary of the company. And I'm so excited. Like, I hope we meet unique characters. I hope there's going to be a special show. I don't know about a parade. You know, I guess to put on a parade for one day would be quite difficult. But who knows? But we're excited. So we've made sure that we are able to stay on site that day. So we'll check in like first thing in the morning. I know we won't get our room, but we'll leave our stuff. We'll get our magic passes and we'll head straight to the park and enjoy what they're going to be doing to celebrate. So yeah, I mean, already I'm just, yeah, we've got a lot of things to look forward to during the trips. And yeah, so our fourth trip is going to be March again. Don't know yet if the whole family's coming, if it's going to be the 8 of us again, but my mum is definitely coming. And we've already priced Sequoia, and I did actually get a really, really good price with my Infinity Pass. But because I have to renew my Infinity Pass in July, well, we all have to renew our passes in July, they couldn't book it. So that's really annoying. So as soon as we renew our passes, I'll be getting back on that line and ringing them up and getting that booked. And hopefully it won't be too much more than what I was quoted. I mean, it would be amazing if I got the same price, but I doubt it. Yeah, I think we've discovered the earlier you book, the better price you get, and the longer you leave it, you are running the risk of paying more. I think the days of getting last minute deals is gone. I think it's been like that since COVID. I mean, some people have been lucky, but I think in regards to Disneyland Paris, we've always found with everything that we've booked, from the Eurotunnel to our hotels, to off-site hotels, the closer you do it to the date you want to go, it does go up in price. It doesn't get any cheaper. So, but, you know, lesson learned. But at least we've got July, September and October booked. And then as soon as we've renewed our passes, we'll get that March trip booked. And yeah, we'll be there over Jacob's birthday again. It's not for his birthday, it's just that we like going that time of year. It's not too busy, it's not too cold. I mean, obviously you can, with the weather, it's a hit or a miss. I mean, this March we felt was, you know, it was a mixture. It would have been fine if we didn't have that wind that last 2-3 days. Whereas the previous March, you know, it was cold, like especially in the morning. And then by the last 2 days, it started to get a bit more comfortable, you know, where it wasn't freezing. But then, you know, October, we thought it was going to be similar weather and we got a heat wave. So you never know. But yeah, so those are our 4 trips planned. We're definitely taking advantage of these passes. We're only planning on renewing it in July and then that's it. Don't think we're going to do it again next year, simply because there's other things we want to do. You know, we've still not done Walt Disney World and we really want to do a Disney cruise. So we can't really do both. Not at the minute anyway. Maybe when the boys are older, you know, and they're maybe not that fussed, or they're working and they're earning their own money, or, you know, and they can get their passes themselves, then fine. Then we could relook at it. But we've done it and I'm so glad we did it. We've got another year of doing it. So yeah, really excited. Yeah, let me know in the comments if you too are going to be there for the last day of the 30th anniversary. I already know a few people that are going to be there. But yeah, so let us know if you're going to be there, and let us know if you're also going to be there for Disneyland Paris celebrating 100 years. Also, if you have any tips, if you've been at the height of summer, we'd really appreciate it. I watch a lot of people that obviously go to Florida because they deal with the heat, I think 9 months out of the year. So I've got a few ideas of things that we could take to just help with the heat. But if you've done it in Disneyland Paris and you have any tips or advice or things that you learnt on your, summer trip, please let me know in the comments. Yeah, because if it can, I'd like it to be as easy as possible and comfortable as possible, especially for the boys, because, at home it's easy enough to hide in your house, but when you've paid to go on holiday, you don't want to be hiding in an apartment. You want to be out and enjoying the trip. So, but yeah. So yeah, do you want a little tour of Jacob's room? Yeah, so in the previous video that I did, which was our first Disney haul, I talked about how Jacob never really wants toys. He never really wants things, to be honest. He's very content. So it's quite difficult to buy him gifts. And of course, we were there in March on his birthday and he got euros, and it was, he didn't spend it all because, he never asks or wants anything. And, but he did get some bits. And usually what we tend to go for is, ornamental things, keepsakes, just because, we still want to treat him. And, we still want to sometimes give him something to open. And I think, maybe when he's a bit older, and, when he's talking better as well, he might be able to explain what it is that he would like. And if he does like the things that he has, and if he likes having them up, but at the moment he isn't able to tell us that, but he always looks at it, he always touches it, he doesn't break anything, he does look at the things that he has, so I think he likes his knickknacks, and like he loves the photos as well. He's always looking at the photos, so that's something that there's quite a lot of. So yeah, so let me show you around, okay? Right, I'm just going to turn the camera. There we go. Right, so is that Mickey up there? That Mickey Sorcerer ornament is just there at the minute because I don't have anywhere for it to sit right now, and we might be doing his room again, so he will be coming out eventually. He's got some Ratatouille bits here. These were a gift from friends. These were from the Florida park, because now they've got Ratatouille. This is a couple of the toys that they do, and that's the ride, like that's what you sit on in the ride. So yeah, they're fab. And then this you should recognize from the fountain. This is at the top of the fountain in the Ratatouille area. And then he's got his Paris Remy ornament there. So yeah, up here, excuse the wallpaper, it's yeah, he's having a bit of a redecor. Yeah. Oh, so there's the flag that he got with his birthday money. And yeah, so this is some photos from these photos were from 2019. He's got a couple of ornaments there. 50th Mickey, I think this is the Philomagic Mickey. So yeah, he got that, and Sorcerer Mickey there. He's got Lego there. They were from one of the mystery things from a few years ago, and I'll put it in this frame. And he's got this Paris frame. He's got his Musketeer Mickey. He's got a couple of the main attraction Mickeys there. We just got the ones from the rides that we know he likes. And then he's got the 50th Mickey. He was in a box, but he didn't want it in the box. He wanted it out. And then this super soft rainbow Mickey. The Pirate Mickey from Disneyland Paris. And then over here we've got some photos from holiday, from Disney and Centre Parks there when they were little. I got this on Etsy for him. Etsy's been fab getting him bits to do with Ratatouille, and because it's not something that you can get merch on, even in the parks. This Remy, this was from 2019. We got this in the Ratatouille shop. It's a shame they don't do him anymore. He's fab. He doesn't let anyone touch that. That's got to be on the shelf. Again, this was from Etsy. And this, he's got a pin there. That's the poster from the park. He's got the Toy Story one, which you'll have seen in the video last year. Got a cowboy, Woody Mickey there. Ornament, piggy bank. This is his Monsters Inc. bit. And then we've got Wreck-It Ralph, because he loves Wreck-It Ralph, and Winnie the Pooh. We got them in Disneyland Paris. His Chef Mickey, that was from Disneyland Paris as well. This is his birthstone Mickey. I think the birthstone is... Where is it? Oh yeah, there it is. Aquamarine is his one. So yeah, and then this is like all his books. And then we've got a little seating area there, and that's that Remy that Auntie Holly got in the airport. So yeah, that was a little tour of Jacob's room. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you're excited for our trips. It means more vlogs. And if you've got any trips planned, let us know. And let us know who you're going with. Are you going solo? Are you going with no children? Are you going with children? Are you going with grown children? I'd love to know what your plans are. So yeah, thanks again for watching. It really means a lot. It would mean even more if you hit that subscribe button. Remember, it's free. And we'll see you in the next video. So have a magical day.